there have been a lot of attempts to do fantasy, and a lot of these movies have worked, and many, many have not. I mean, I think what people have not seen before is the multiple time periods of the movie. The movie takes place in present day, but as you've probably seen from the advertising, it also takes place in the past. And these time periods fuse together in a really dynamic way, all through this character who's immortal. So he's able to take us through the different time periods. I think it's very unique for the movie. It's also world building in a way that hasn't been done before. There's no source material to pull from, so everything is going to be something new for the audience.
Irony is that I spent most of my life playing Dungeons and Dragons. So I've been a kind of a, hate to say it, but I guess I've been kind of a fantasy nerd for a long time. And, you know, while I was a New York City bouncer, I would bounce for 5 nights. And then on my nights off, I would play Dungeons and Dragons, and I would roll. For 5 nights a week, I would roll drunks out the club, and for the other 2 nights, I would roll 20-sided dice.
How was it rolling with Sir Michael Caine on this one? Finally working together.
Nothing better than that. No, working with Michael Caine. We've been friends for a long time, as you know. We've been friends for 15, 13 years. But I've been a fan of his for decades. If his career spanned for 6 decades, at least half that time I've been a fan. And the opportunity to make magic and to immortalize the chemistry on film is just such a blessing. Well, after the New York premiere, someone said they're gonna have to create a new genre for this movie. And I was like, why, you know? And they said because the ability for a film to juxtapose 13th century and present day New York is not something that happens all the time. Compound that with magic, compound that with the dream world, makes for a very, very compelling script. Needless to say, immortality lies at the center of it. Pretty cool.
We now have a director for our next Fast and Furious. How excited are you about that and about getting to continue that journey?
Very excited. F. Gary Gray, who directed Straight Outta Compton, directed a film I did 14 years ago called A Man Apart. So it'll be surreal to work with him again and to embark on the next New York chapter.
Got a message to fans?
I love you.
Can you tell us a little bit about the character you play and your extraordinary friendship with Vin and how that started?
Well, I'll start with Vin and I have known each other a long time. We're never able to work together because of the movies he does, Fast and Furious. I'm not a driver, I'm not a stuntman, but at last he came up with something which required just an actor, you know, and an old actor, which was the chief old witch. And we're all witches. He's 800 years old. I don't know how old I am, but I've died several times. I even died in this film. So, but it was fun. And we at last said, we've known each other about 12 or 13 years, and we last got to make a movie together. So it was great. It was great. We accomplished that. I've never played an 800-year-old witch. And it's great because you can die, and if there's a sequel, you can come back. And also, it's not the lead. I play the lead very rarely because I hate getting up so early in the morning, and you do. But I didn't mind doing it for a couple of weeks, but 3 months is too. I let Vin do that. I like other people to star in the movie.
Well, I think the beauty of fantasy is the fact that it's all in your head, and if I were to bring anything from Game of Thrones into The Last Witch Hunt, I mean, it's a completely different world. It's a completely different realm. I play a witch, and luckily I'm not kind of like stuck in the frozen north. So there weren't too many correlations in that respect, but certainly enough to know that I love this particular genre, and it's just a fabulous escapism. character that I play, Chloe, she is a modern day witch, and she is living and working in New York, and she's a bit of an entrepreneur in the sense that of course she's self-reliant, but she has started up a memory bar with which only kind of witches can come and tap into their past and kind of delve into their memories, and it is because of this particular memory bar that Calder, Vin Diesel's character, comes to her door.
We love this genre, we love Vin as well. Can you talk about your experiences working with him?
My experience working with him, he's a great guy, a lot of fun, and certainly like when we were on set, you know, he brought music and kind of dancing to the table, and so that was the brilliant thing at kind of 2 o'clock in the morning, just kind of flagging, and then suddenly there'll be this boombox kind of bursting out with music. So yeah, he was great at kind of like getting the energy up and the morale, so it's fab.
Immortality is a big theme in the film. How do you feel about that, and is making the film change your mind on that at all?
Hells no! If anything, the film has made me go, I definitely don't want to be immortal. How lonely would you be? I mean, maybe after like the first 200 years, you'd be like, okay, I get to like swim with sharks because I can't die. I get to jump out of planes because I definitely can't die. And but no, I think too many loved ones would bypass you and you'd be a bit miz.
You've got a message for fans before you leave us?
Have I got a message? Oh, my message is that I hope they watch The Last Witch Hunter, and I hope that they thoroughly enjoyed as much as I made making it. As much as I had making it.